Good evening. Welcome to, got you tickled on that one, didn't you? Welcome to Shop Live with Mimi and Russ. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about a missions trip and a business trip and a fun trip that we went on to Cuba. That's going to be part of our theme tonight.
Yes.
And we're going to also have a 50% off sale on some beautiful sterling silver jewelry because Mimi just bought a lot more today, which she's very excited about.
Lisa and Gabrielle helped too.
Yeah, they sat there and laughed all day and spent money. So there you go. So
Yes.
we got to sell some items to make room for the new items. So that's to your benefit. So tonight we're going to talk about Cuba. We're going to have a little bit of trivia. Lisa's got some questions for us and some trivia questions.
And why are we talking about Cuba?
You go ahead.
Russ and I've always wanted to go to Cuba. And for the longest time, you couldn't go from the U.S. You had to go from another country. And this past fall, one of our friends went, and it was like a missions trip. So when he came back, he was telling us about it, and we're like, if you go again, we want to go. So February 22nd, we took off with three other couples. We had
Two other couples.
Two other couples.
You're the third.
Okay, we had about 300 pounds of donated items that we took. So that's one reason why we wanted to talk about this tonight, about our missions trip to Cuba. We took baby items, baby clothes, books. We took tons of clothes for all different age women, young girls.
The things that are readily available to us that we take for granted because we can get in our cars and go to any store and get it. They can't get these items. And my friend Jay, who went on this trip originally, found out about what they needed. So we planned this second trip as a missions trip, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And we want to go back and do it again. So part of tonight, we'll tell you a little bit more about what's going to happen in the future. But go back to what you were saying about the trip.
So we wanted to do the report because we had several of our clients and friends who were kind enough to give us donations to take, and things just from like breakfast bars to hard candy to medical supplies.
Eyeglasses. We got a lot of eyeglasses, and they were just up in arms.
Yeah,
They loved that.
Yes, everything was needed. So we hope to go back before the end of the year. And so we just wanted to give a report on our trip, what we saw. We've got some cool pictures. Everybody, the first thing people ask is about what?
The cars.
The cars.
They're really pretty cool. They're not what you expect. They're very cool.
It was like walking around in a 1950s movie in color.
And most of the guys who drove, we actually took a couple trips in those cars, and the guys who drove looked like somebody you'd see in one of the movies. You know, they were nice looking gentlemen with their hair groomed, and the shirts. They had the good tans because they're in convertibles most of the time, and you know they were smoking cigars occasionally. And it was very exciting, very fun, and very memorable.
Yes, several people have asked me what did I love the most about the trip, and it was really the people. The people were they're so capable and so willing and have such a huge desire to be entrepreneurs, to be successful, to make something out of their life. They're just held back from a lot of things. So they can't even they have to buy their own medical supplies when they go to the hospital.
That was the wildest thing we heard about. But
so we'll talk a little bit more about that.
But before we do that, we're going to do a little bit of inspiration with a Cuba design drink. We were able to go to the bar named
the Floridita, and
which is where who stayed or went to.
Ernest Hemingway drank a lot of drinks at La Floridita, so
exactly.
We stopped by there. It's right in the capital area of Havana, and Gabrielle did her due diligence, and so she has found the Hemingway cocktail. So we're going to kick off tonight's show with her video, Carrots and Cocktails with Gabrielle, and she's going to show us the Hemingway.
And then we'll show you that bar, and we'll show you a few pictures.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Carrots and Cocktails. I am your host, Gabrielle. Today we're going to be doing an homage to a big influence that was down in Cuba. You may have heard about it already. His name was Hemingway. So we're going to be making a Hemingway daiquiri. The rumor on the street is the man liked a really strong cocktail, and anytime he would go to the bar down there at the Floridita, he would want to make something just crazy strong, and it just tasted terrible. So this is what a bartender came up with. I'm not sure of the year, but it is an old drink, but we're gonna bring it some life again. So get you a cocktail shaker, but first, you're also gonna need a coupe glass. Whoop. scoop you some ice in there. When you pour a cold drink from the shaker, you want it to go into a cold glass. That will help maintain. So, you are going to need rum. This is Bacardi, which used to be made in Cuba. It is not anymore. I believe it is made in Puerto Rico now. The recipe calls for white rum, but we have gold today. It'll be just fine. And we're gonna use Luxardo, which is a cherry kind of liqueur. Luxardo, though, it's got a little bit of slight bitterness to it, and it's got some almond notes. So it's gonna give it a little extra dance there. And we're gonna be using fresh grapefruit juice and lime juice. Key ingredients, they have to be fresh. All right, so let us start with the rum. We are going to have 2 ounces of rum. You don't need to add a whole lot of extra sugar to any rum drinks because they are very sugary already. All right, Luxardo, we are going to need about a half an ounce. There. I really enjoy Luxardo. There's a lot of bartenders that do not just because of the flavor of it, but there's a few cocktails where it just really makes it shine. All right, you are going to need your fresh lime juice, which is about 3/4 of an ounce. Right there. Fresh is best. And then we're gonna need about a half an ounce of grapefruit juice. A little more than that, but. All right. Now we are going to shake it up. Get nice and cold and diluted. This might have a touch of bitterness to it with that grapefruit juice and the Luxardo, but it's all gonna balance really well here. So give her a shake until your hand is cold. Usually about 30 seconds or so. And we like to call this a workout as well. Get your muscles and the blood flowing. Cool. All right, take your ice. You got it nice and cold and frosty now. Dump it and strain. It's going to be a pretty little pinky peachy hue here. All right. Pretty. All right, and to finish, we're going to garnish with a lime wedge. And that is a taste of Cuba right there. Cheers. I'm sure that's far better than what Hemingway came up with. It's fruity. It's got this interesting cherry notes in the back. Not really bitter. Very fruity, very delicious. Would be very good on a hot day, sitting on the sidewalk and eating a croquette or something in Cuba. All right, that's it. We'll see you next time. Go make you a Hemingway. Cheers!
Cheers.
Cheers.
A votre sante, because I can't remember the Spanish. I can't remember the Spanish one. Since we went to Cuba, I am restudying Spanish again because I couldn't remember things like my plate is clean, you don't need to wash it.
Why is that important?
Well,
All you get, where's a beer? Where's a hotel? Where's a cab? How to get home?
where's the bathroom? Well, they told us before we went.
That's all you need to know.
Somebody said, ask if you need to go to a bathroom. They said, always ask where the library is because the biblioteca, and there's always a bathroom in the library. Anyway, travel tips.
There you go.
Yeah. So, were you going to ask me a question?
I was going to ask you a question.
Okay.
What was your favorite thing about going to Cuba?
Well, can I make it a part A and a part B?
Sure.
I loved going with you because we've always wanted to go together.
Oh, she's sucking up. She must want another piece of jewelry.
And I just loved,
There you go.
I loved watching you see Cuba through your eyes. I loved it.
Thank you.
I guess, I
I
don't know.
love architecture. Is that why?
So, yeah, you stared at a lot of brick walls. I don't know. We had so many wonderful experiences. I don't know if I should take it down to food, but we found an authentic Spanish tapas restaurant near the embassy area, and we ate there 2 days in a row. It was so good. And the people
wonderful waitresses and waiters and just
there was actually some Spanish movie stars there too. We didn't know who they were, but
these black limousines were there, and you could tell there was some guards. These guys in like these dark suits were standing around. Every time we got up and moved, they were watching us. It was kind of weird, but
So, all right, what was your favorite thing about Cuba?
my favorite thing about Cuba was just really riding around in the cars. We rode around one day, in an open convertible. And the first stop we made was to a cigar factory, which, again, I started off with a cigar in my mouth.
Got you some
Which is
sticks.
this one right here, which the H. Upmann factory. H. Upmann is one of the famous brands from Cuba. They own several, actually, different cigar brands.
Isn't it that factory 100 years old?
It's over 100 years old. We were able to tour it. It was absolutely incredible, beautiful architecture. We walk in, but as we'll tell you and show you later in some pictures, the city of Havana is really dilapidated. It's bad. Literally 3 buildings a day fall down on average. It's that bad because they don't have anything to rebuild. There's no infrastructure there, no,
You can
no
show a building
money.
right now.
So
Yeah, we've got some
Gabrielle
pictures.
can show you a picture, for instance. This is a typical area. Can you see that?
I'll let y'all drive it.
He just wants, she wants us to see what we're showing.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was in the central part of Havana, and how did we get a rooftop picture? Where were we that we got a rooftop picture? I don't even remember.
I don't remember that either. But basically, we
Oh.
went with this beautiful, cigar factory in the sense of it wasn't falling down like these buildings. But when you walk in, you go up several flights of stairs, and there's a big room where everybody's rolling cigars. And each person who rolls cigars gets paid a nice salary compared to the average person. The average person in Cuba makes about $40 to $50 a month US. And everything's very controlled and very straightforward. But here's the thing. These guys can roll cigars and they get to keep 5 cigars a day. If they can keep up with their quota, they have to do 130 cigars a day.
And they have to know how to do the little baby ones and the
To the big
big
ones, yeah.
Robusto ones.
So as long as things are on schedule, they make 5 extra. They can keep them. They can sell them. So people can, make a little extra money in that regard, which is great. But those who don't have that opportunity rely on people like us who can take things in and give them something that they can't get otherwise. So, but the cigar factory was fascinating because I love cigars. Matter of fact, the restaurant Mimi loved, I was sitting there one night smoking a cigar, and the waiter came up and goes, "We've got some cigars in the back my friend makes." And he brought this cigar out, which is a beautiful torpedo-style cigar. And can you see that?
Nope.
Hold on. We'll do it now.
Oh.
There he goes. So he brought this beautiful torpedo cigar out with some of the finest tobacco in the world because some reason that particular area grows the finest, and a lot of tobaccos around the world are prized because of the Cubans. But this particular cigar, I paid $6 for it. If I could get it in the U.S., it'd be a $50 cigar. It's that good. So there's a lot of wonderful tobacco. If you're a cigar smoker and you're interested want to know more about cigars, give me a call. I can tell you more about it and how you can get some nice Cuban cigars as well. But I enjoyed seeing the Cuban cigar factory.
Yeah,
I
it was
enjoyed the
interesting.
cars and just the people. As Mimi said, the people were fantastic. Were phenomenal, wonderful people.
Showed the picture of the little kids. So this picture was across the street from the cigar factory. We had about 50 pounds of hard candy that we took because the children can't get candy.
And we put them in little Ziploc bags with all kinds of candy.
So
we carried them everywhere we
Yeah,
went.
we filled up our backpack. So whenever we gave them to all kinds of people, but these two little boys were across the street, and Russ ran across the street and gave them a bag of the candy, and they were so excited. Most of the time when we saw the kids with the candy, they would run off and share it with other people.
They did. Every time we gave them candy, they ran off and gave it to other kids.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
So the other thing, everybody wants to know about the cars. So we've got some car pictures. I don't know which one you're going to put up. Okay, this was right in the central part of Havana. It's where the Capitol is, and Gabrielle has a picture of the Capitol too. But these are all parked out in a taxi section in front of one of the famous old hotels right there in Havana. The Floridita, the Hemingway bar, was right down the street from there.
This is really one of the areas of Havana, the city of Havana, that is nice. But you can be in this little square. It's like a big square. And right behind it are buildings that are literally falling down.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But this area had probably 100 cars like this lined up in several blocks around this particular square. And here's something we decided we wanted to do this week. We're going to take the colors of Cuba, of these cars, which are like fuchsia, red, bright, just vibrant colors. We've got a lot of gemstones like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to design some pieces of jewelry with those particular bright, inspirational colors. And if anybody buys those pieces that we're going to call our Cuba collection, we're going to donate 20% of that sale to our next mission trip. So we hope you'll get involved with that. And if you have any questions on that, please give us a call tomorrow. Email us. We'll tell you a little bit more about it.
Actually, that car with the red car, was it Eldorado?
No, Chevrolet.
With the white tire on the back. That was my favorite car. We hired 2 cars one day and we rode around Havana. They showed us where the Revolution Square was and the harbor and just so many different parts of Havana that were unexpected. Here's Russ's token picture in front of the red car.
With my same outfit on tonight.
He's got that outfit on tonight. But we do plan to go back either in midsummer or a little bit later, and we've had some very generous people offer to give donations. One thing that the women were just so excited about were just the little hotel things we get free, the little shampoos and soaps, the Clinique bags that we get, the Clinique free gifts you get with purchase. I gave our translator Yipsy a little Clinique bag and she was like, "Oh, I love this bag." She was so excited.
The other amazing thing was like aspirin or Tylenol.
Vitamins.
That is like...
Benadryl. They went crazy when I pulled out a box of Benadryl because they can't buy any of that there. When the Cubans go to the hospital and they are diagnosed with something, they have to leave the hospital and they actually have to get all of the supplies for treatment. They have to get sutures, bandages, prescription meds, alcohol. Yeah, things that cost us like 99 cents here. And they have to get it on the black market, and they already don't have a whole lot of money, so that's quite a strain on them. They need dental items. We had some dentists who donated quite a bit of dental items, which was fabulous. Work gloves for men. We took the glasses, and one lady had some eyeglasses that were broken on the bottom, and I said, well, just get some Gorilla Glue, and you can fix it. I'll bring you another pair when we come back. And she said, we don't have glue in Cuba.
That just blew me away. We don't have any glue.
And then other things were, there's a lot of stray animals. Our interpreter Yipsy she has such a heart for animals. She always had a little bag of just food scraps. So we took a lot of dry cat and dog food. And so she was carrying that around, feeding the little animals when she would see them.
That's what surprised me was the animals, the stray animals. There were cats and dogs that were wild on the street. But they were friendly.
They were very polite, weren't they?
They had this look in their eyes like a lot of the people. I'm just trying to survive, and I'm not going to be ugly to you. Give me something.
Yeah, walking in
Did
and
you
out of the
notice
restaurants.
that?
Yeah.
It was just weird.
Another thing we noticed is you're on this giant island. There's no fishing boats. They don't allow people to fish commercially.
Because they're scared they will take the boat and go to the U.S.
Right. So we did see a few little boats that were about as big as this table out the day before we left in the big harbor. I would have been scared to death to be in any of them, but they're not allowed to fish, and the farmers that can grow crops have to donate 20% of their crop to the government as a tax or whatever, but then they just let it sit there and rot. Nobody even gets that food. So if you go to the grocery stores, if you want beans, there's one brand of black beans and it's the whole aisle. And then if you want rice, there's one brand of rice and it's the whole aisle. There's no fresh produce, there's no seafood, no anything in the grocery stores. So
there was no meat except some frozen stuff that didn't look like something we would want.
Yeah. And we figured in the restaurants probably a lot of the seafood that we ate first couple of days was probably frozen. So anyway, we hope to go back, and if you're interested in donating to this missions trip, you can get in touch with us. We've started an email list, and we can send a donation list to you if you want to start gathering some things. People have been very generous.
And be on the lookout for our Cuba collection. And again, if you if you buy anything off our Cuba collection, we're going to donate 20% of that sale so you can help someone, and you can also have a beautiful piece of jewelry at the same time.
So Lisa's in the house tonight.
Glad you're here, Lisa.
So she loves trivia. So we're gonna let her start us off with a trivia question, and then we're gonna do some of our silver items that we have half price tonight.
Okay, so since we were just talking about Cuba and it's being a large island, Cuba is actually the largest island in the Caribbean, and it actually borders the Gulf of Mexico, the Caribbean, and the Atlantic. But for our trivia question, what do Cubans call the island? What is their nickname for it?
Oh, I don't know.
Cubans call
Think of an animal.
Alligator?
Close, very close.
crocodile.
Crocodile.
Why?
They call it the crocodile because the shape of it resembles a crocodile's body, with the mouth being the western side, right south of Havana. So they call it, and in Cuba they call it El Crocodilo.
That's cool. That's
Oh.
cool.
Excuse my
interesting.
Spanish.
That's
Yeah.
very cool.
And when we flew in, we were just so taken by how beautiful the geography is and how capable the island can be growing products. I mean, they don't even have a sugar industry anymore. So
It's amazing what happened when Castro took over. How
they've loosened up some things. We stayed in the Airbnb, and that's one thing they've started allowing. The lady who owned this house was French, and she's refurbishing another house. These houses are
I think her family was one of the
it's a
wealthier.
generational.
So it's
kind
kind of like
thing.
back because you can't come in there like if you and I want to go buy a house, they won't let it. It can never happen. But she had dual citizenship, so we found it too. Some friends of ours we're trying to help. They're trying to get dual citizenship in Spain, so they're free to travel that way. Otherwise, they can't travel. The day we left, these people had tears in their eyes, and part of what Mimi said was they're probably upset because they know we can leave and they can't. And that's
We
probably
can just
true.
hop on plane
We
and
hop on a plane, go wherever we want. They cannot do
and
that.
we were back in Miami before we could even sit down hardly in the plane. So close to freedom. Anyway, if you're joining us, Russ and I just got back from a missions trip to Cuba, and so we were just giving a little report. We have some items on our curated silver collection tonight that are half price. We're doing that because our curator just got back from Taxco, and we have a whole new collection.
Other favorite place down.
I knew I was in trouble when I saw all three of y'all sitting down with her, going, "I like this, I like this. Oh, we got to have that."
Yes, she lives in
So please buy
Charlottesville.
this stuff tonight from Heaven's
Yeah. She lives in Charlottesville, and she always gives us first pick of what she brings back, and she knows I have such love for so many of these artists. As a matter of fact, when she was there, I emailed her, and she was telling me how she was working. She has to take stones and a lot of materials, which, by the way, Russ was very kind today. He had some of his jewelry tools that he doesn't use.
Extra tools.
Extra
yeah.
things. So when she goes back, she's going to take them. But
She was thrilled. You really? I can have these?
Yeah.
Have them.
But anyway, we told her to please encourage the artisans. It's very hard for them. There's not a lot of new people going into jewelry arts in the Taxco area. And it's kind of a dying art. So she has to work a lot harder to curate these items.
That was wild. We went to the airport in Miami. There was a little kiosk and it had Taxco in it. All they had was a big kiosk with Taxco jewelry in it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And we got it right here. And our prices are a lot better than theirs, I can tell you that.
Yes. So, all right. So shall we get started?
Get started. Let's go.
Okay. Our first item, I actually have these earrings on. So hopefully you've been looking at them while I've been talking.
Does Lisa have the same ones on?
They're similar.
So,
They're similar.
Yeah.
oh, so that's where all the money went to go. You see, y'all picked up stuff y'all wanted. Okay, I get
We
it.
did do a little shopping.
Yeah, we did a little personal shopping there too.
These are from another trip. I've had these about a year.
Yes, they're antiques practically. Yes. All right, so we're doing our text to pay technology tonight. So you need to know our phone number. We're 919-900-8462, and we have this great text to pay technology, which is very secure. We have items from 1 to 9 tonight, and when we show you item, Gabrielle will put up a board with the item number and the price. And if you would like to purchase it tonight, you would just text item 1 sold or whatever the item number is. It goes to the secure link. You just pay real quick. We can either ship it to you for free as one of the things we offer on Shop Live, or we can, we love for you to come by and pick it up. So anyway, these are our first item tonight. These are made by Guillermo Erguay. He is a Spanish descent. He has kind of lived back and forth in Taxco and in Spain. I think right now he's back in Spain, but he has more of a modernist style to his work. Cuts his stones. A lot of them are very geometric, very clean lines, very uncluttered, and that modern touch to them. These are a long dangle earring. Then this is black onyx. I don't know if I said that. Black onyx set in the earrings, and they're finished with a post and clutch on the back. This is item number 1, and these are regularly $240. We're doing everything half price tonight. Some items a little bit more. So we're offering these tonight for $120. So
I'm going to say it every time. Handmade, one of a kind, for $120.
You can't beat that. So he's one of my favorite artists. I think he's just so clever, and his styles are just so inventive.
Every piece is finished very nicely. It's balanced. It's perfectly made. What it is.
So you can see it on our model. This is item number 1. You would text item 1 sold to 919-900-8462, and we will put those aside for you. Okay. Our second item is this pair of earrings. We were telling our curator today that we have sold so much moonstone, haven't we, ladies?
It is a great stone.
And it's a great stone. It's it's neutral. It's white. It's got this pair of moonstone has a really pretty rainbow effect to it, and the artist has oxidized the outside. That black line is an oxidation, so it just really pronounces that marquee shape of these white moonstones.
And what the amazing thing is, the last gemstone deal that came into us told us that moonstone right now is very strong, very popular, and prices have gone crazy.
Very expensive.
Oh, really?
So,
Who was that? Shlomo? Oh, really?
Yeah, so these prices on these are just way below what they should be.
Yeah, we got a pair of moonstones, and they were crazy price compared to what we used to pay for them.
Wow.
But they were so pretty, so we had to have them.
Yep.
More of a bluish tint. Yep.
So these are made of sterling silver. They're on a shepherd's hook. And again, some people like a kind of a locking lever back. We can change it out for you if you want. But this is item number 2 tonight. And these regularly cost $145. We have them on sale tonight for $72. So this is item number 2. If you want an earring that will go with everything, this is it. A lot of these items I picked too because today Lisa and Gabrielle and I were talking about graduation gifts and Mother's Day, all these spring events that come up, and we're in birthday season in our family.
Birthday, anniversary.
Yes. So that's the moonstone earrings are item number 2. You would text item 2 sold, and for $72, that's it. We've taken care of the sales tax, and if you want to ship them, we will ship them for free. So, and that's about an $11 value the way postage is now. So, all right, Lisa, you got another trivia question for us?
Certainly. Speaking of the cars in Cuba, in 1959, Castro banned the importation of American cars, which left a surplus of cars pre-59 and, of course, none afterwards. So now, what is the estimated number of classic American cars that are in Cuba today?
Let me guess.
Intact.
Yeah.
I would say 500.
I was going to say 2,000.
Not even enough digits for even.
Really?
I'm
What?
shocked.
Really?
I was just going to say less than 100.
Nope.
Oh, it's like
60,000 plus.
How many?
60,000
Wow.
plus.
Wow. I wouldn't have thought. But
I was amazed.
we saw a lot of different cars, and there's a certain theme. There's a government company that runs them.
Oh, interesting.
Because you can tell they have a little sticker on them. So the government controls everything, as we know. But there's certain things you can see in certain cars. So I'm just surprised it's that
I
many.
know, I was too.
I would have thought maybe 300 or 400 tops.
Exactly.
Because I actually saw some of the same cars several times.
There must be some storage somewhere on that island.
But they constantly break it down because
Exactly.
there's no parts. What I did find out too, though, they took all the original engines out. They're diesel engines in them because it's cheaper to run, and more efficient, and they hold up longer. And there's a lot of bondo, which means you have to refill the bodies because these cars rusted out. So they're very unusual in the sense that they don't feel like a normal car would for that age or
They're
what it is.
Frankenstein cars at
They're-
this point.
they're
It's like
so
Frankenstein.
unique.
Frankenstein.
good way to
that's
say it,
exactly
yeah.
say, yeah.
They've adapted a lot of Russian parts because that's what they had readily available.
But,
We
well,
saw a lot of Russian cars too, which were kind of funny
yeah, we
to
did
see.
see a lot of Russian cars. But while the buildings were falling down, I don't think we saw one car that was like a rusty bucket.
See, that amazed
No,
me.
not a
that-
single rusty
It
car.
being on a an island with that atmosphere, so it was interesting. Wow, well that's a great trivia question. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I would have definitely gotten that wrong.
How many?
60,000
Well.
60,000.
plus. I mean, it's a big island, but
Yeah, I mean we were just
Wow.
in Havana, so. All right, good question. All right, we're gonna get back to our silver items we have for sale, and we thank y'all for joining us. By the way, it is Wednesday; it's not Tuesday. Several reasons. When we got back, I got the airplane crud, so it's taken me a couple of weeks to feel better. But tell us what you think about it. We're kind of thinking, we're contemplating maybe moving to Wednesday night from Tuesday night. So if you have any thoughts on it, if you're watching, let us know. Originally, when we started the show, we wanted to do Wednesday night, but there was a conflict, so I don't know. Just a thought. Okay, in the light box, I have a Gabriel Pena bracelet, and these are natural blue sapphires, and I love this. They're just rough. They're raw and organic rough, and he's just made all of these beautiful bezels to accentuate the unique shape of each one of the sapphires. These are natural raw blue sapphires. This bracelet I have put a big lobster claw on here, so it's real easy to put on. I actually have two of these. We have two of these. So this bracelet, this is the big deal of the night. The big deal. This bracelet retails for $659, and we're offering this tonight for $250. So you would text item 3 sold, and again, there's 2 of them. So if there's 2 people who would like to purchase this natural sapphire Gabriel Pena bracelet, $250 out the door. That's the deal of the
That's
night.
a deal.
Yeah, it's a good looking bracelet. You know, we're in sapphire country and in the South, so you can see how that looks on my arm.
Which still does no justice on camera, but
Yes, it's a beautiful piece. So that's item number 3. You would text item 3 sold to our main number. You can see on the screen, and $250. That's the deal of the day. I chose that again, just thinking about gifts, because sapphire is just easy. Everybody, you see the value and the luxe quality of sapphires. So we have that. The next item we have is, where is it? Here. This is, I'll put this in the light box. This is a cute little ring. Again, we're just thinking about gifts. This is a nautical theme ring, 2 little porpoises. You remember last year we did a ring similar to this. The lady, it was such a sweet story. It was a friend of hers was fighting cancer, and it was just part of her personal story. And she had a favorite color gemstone, so Russ set a gemstone on there. But I thought if you have a niece or any young person that has a birthday or some needs a gift coming up, this would be a great piece. This is sterling silver, is 2 dolphins in the ring. I think it is about a size 6. Russ does size these rings for us very generously at no charge. This is a $50 ring, and tonight we're offering this for $25. So that is
a good ring to give to a teenager or someone
Yes.
younger to get them
Yes.
used to jewelry and being
Summertime's
responsible.
coming up.
yeah, it's just fun.
Or go to the beach. Everyone
If you love beach, if you love the beach, his perfect ring.
Yep.
Everyone at the beach goes, woo! When a dolphin comes
We
by.
pop in those stores at the coast, and they have all of that nautical theme stuff. All right, Lisa, you got one more trivia question?
I actually do.
What?
So I can't even comprehend the amount of soft drinks Americans consume annually. So what American soft drink is actually banned in Cuba? And you can sometimes purchase it on the down low at certain stores, but
I don't. Do you remember seeing soda?
Ginger ale.
nope.
I know it's not Coke.
It is Coke.
It's Coke?
It's Coke.
Their
that was
famous
my
drink
first
is
guess.
called a Cuba Libre, which is Coke,
Coke,
and lime.
yes.
That's the craziest thing.
Because Coke
Right.
is a popular American
yeah.
drink. That's a capitalist drink. So they
Yeah,
don't-
But a Coke and lime. It's called
Right,
Cuba Libre.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
That's crazy.
They must
Yeah.
use Pepsi.
Apparently. Which is not as good. Sorry, North Carolina, but it's not.
I don't remember seeing sodas, but I mean, the stores just had what the government put out. I don't know. We were trying to find tonic for me to have a gin and tonic, and we couldn't find tonic anywhere. They told us to ask the bartenders if we could buy some, but
Wow.
yeah. All right, our fifth item in our half price silver sale tonight, because we bought more silver today. Exhale, Russ. These are made by Gies Hoyas, and he also has a bit of a modernist feel. These are sterling silver, and the black is oxidation. So it's just easy earring. Again, I was considering, do you have a gift you need to buy for someone, or just an easy earring for yourself? These are finished on a shepherd's hook, and again, we could put a locking lever back on that if you would prefer. But the
That's
artisans,
perfect as it is.
Yeah.
It needs a float, be
It's got a
simple.
long
again.
hook. It wouldn't fall out.
No.
it wouldn't fall out.
They know what they're doing.
The artisans don't buy any parts; they make all the parts for all of their earrings. Again, these are made by artisan Gies Hoyas, and this is item number 5. This retail for $125, and tonight on Shop Live with Mimi and Russ, these are half price for $62.50. So you would text item
Gr-
5
the-
sold.
The great thing about tonight, everything is under $100. A lot of it's under $75. Handmade, one of a kind
Well,
jewelry.
we've got I think you walked out with
No,
that one
I
was
saw
a little
that.
bit more.
I'm just saying most of what we have.
Yes, yes, great deals, great deals. I put a lot of thought into what I pulled for tonight.
And just like Cuba, Mexico is somewhat depressed in the sense they don't make a lot of money. These guys are great artisans, and they work for a nominal amount of money considering the time it takes to make these pieces. That's why I'm so amazed that we can sell them for the prices that we can.
Yeah.
It's
Our
amazing.
curator works with the different artisans, and Russ enjoyed talking to her today about, I mean, they're working at their kitchen table, it's amazing. They just don't have modern workshops and that
I was
type
talking
of.
about a website, some tools, and if they can't get it, I'll get it for them. So, yeah.
That's very sweet of you. Item number 6, again, we just mentioned moonstone a little bit earlier. We had the moonstone earrings. Where are they? This was item number 2 with the tag. These were item number 2, the moonstone earrings. They were $72. This is a moonstone link bracelet, and again, just considering gift giving, ease of gift giving.
They look great together if you want moonstones for yourself.
That's right.
That's a good stacking size.
It is a
Exactly.
great stacking bracelet. These are
Look how good it looks for what you have on. She's got an antique diamond bracelet on with a silver bracelet with I mean, it's
an
great.
Apple Watch.
It's
Yes. So
there's that's pretty
about
good.
100 years of,
1915 and modern and
I got
oh my
in
god,
Italy. I got
that's pretty cool.
countries and time frames here.
But
this-
it works.
Yes. This is an 8-inch bracelet. It has a bit of an extender here, so it'll fit 7 or 8 inch, and this has a lobster claw on it. So this is item number 6 in our half price sale tonight. This artisan made moonstone link bracelet. Do you want me to put it in here? You have one on the model. This retailed for $135. And if she had shown us this
Are you
today, it
kidding?
would have cost more. Yeah,
It's 135 now.
just now.
Retail.
Yeah, so I'm offering it tonight for $67.50.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And free shipping if you want it.
Think about the time it took to make that.
I know, with just the parts.
Oh,
I mean, I was
wow.
ordering parts today. It's like, phew, everything's so
There's
expensive.
that much time in it. There's more than that much time in it. Wow.
Okay. All right, the next earring is, again, another moonstone, but this is an artist. This Gies Hoyas again.
Those are fun.
These are very fun. They're simple, but they're fun. Just silver squiggly line, and they've got a marquee shaped moonstone here. There's a really pretty moonstones. It's just a flat polished stone set in a bezel. These are finished with a post and a big clutch on the back. So again, a great neutral earring. These would look great at the beach, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah.
It's that time of year where I say that. These would look great at the beach. You tell where my mind is. These are made by Guilles Hoyas. This is item number 7. And these regularly retail, again, when we make this comment, $119 yesterday. Tonight, we're offering these for $65. So if you'd like to purchase this, you can text item 7 sold, those 3 words, and you'll get a secure link to pay for these. Just need to mention, we do keep the Shop Live catalog up. We'll put it on Facebook, and you can shop any of these items if we still have them in stock through Monday, like at noon. So, because then we set up the next catalog. So, all right, Lisa, last trivia question, and then we have 2 more items to sell.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So I've got to throw a little bit of history in. What U.S. ship mysteriously exploded in the Havana harbor in 1898, sparking the Spanish-American
Oh, I just
War?
watched that. There's a great documentary about Cuba.
Oh, cool.
And what's that called? That documentary? Do you remember?
No.
Okay. Think of
It's on Netflix anyway.
We started watching it as closed captions, so you have to
It's
pay
great.
attention.
Think U.S. states. Think Northeast.
Maine, Vermont.
Maine, you won it.
Boom.
Whoa.
The USS Maine.
Well,
Did
yeah.
you Google it?
Did not.
She did
Wow.
not.
The
But
Northwest.
she got
That's
hard.
the tippy top there.
Yeah. It was
And they still today don't
mysteriously
know.
blew up.
Exactly. They
Yeah.
don't know. They still, even today, don't know the reason. The 2 most popular ideas was that a mine punctured right at the ship's magazine, or that a coal bunker fire ignited it. So
You'll never know. You'll never know.
Definitely got to study that a little bit more. Good
Oh,
questions.
Gabby.
Good. And we love history, don't we?
we do.
Yes.
But there's a
It
great
comes
documentary
with
on
the
Netflix.
Yeah,
It really
let's
is.
only check that out.
Yes. All right. We've got 2 more items that are half price silver sale tonight. This is item number 8. And these are artisan made. They're just a simple earring. Again, I was just thinking about gift giving, and forgive the price tag hanging on there. These
I
are
have a
2.
picture on the model. I'll put it up.
Okay, 2 silver hammered circles, and they're on a shepherd's hook. Just a really easy earring to put on and go. Be age appropriate for anybody. Great deal on these. These are $28 tonight. So we have 1 pair of these. This is item number 8, and
Show
we're
some
offering these
photos.
for $28. You can see them on our model, Cassidy. She does such a good job modeling for us.
All
All right, so that was item number 8, and our last item in the half price silver sale is, let me put them on the stand. These are blue chalcedony. This is a great color. It's, if you're a basketball fan, they're not the right color blue.
Basketball. What time of year is it? March Madness.
March Madness.
These are March Madness earrings.
Yes. So if your team is chalcedony light blue, these would be great team earrings for you. We've always sold a lot of chalcedony. It's a beautiful, soft blue color. And this is just, again, a really great, easy earring. It's a cabochon, squarish chalcedony that's tilted, and it's done with a bezel rim on it. Then they're finished with the shepherd's hook. Just a real easy earring. The nice thing about these were not made in Taxco, but these are rhodium plated, so the silver, you don't have to ever clean these. They stay bright and high polished. This is item number 9 in our sale tonight. These retail for $275, and we're offering these tonight for $125. So you can see them there on Cassidy.
Nice earring.
So if you're interested in any silver that we have here, we're kind of motivated to put some things on sale before we get the new collection out. We do have an Etsy page. As an insider tip for our Shop Live customers, we have an Etsy page that's under our name, and I do run sales on there sometimes seasonally, and I think I'm going to put some of the silver on there since we've got this new collection to put out.
A lot of a new collection.
Yes.
So there you go.
Okay.
Our overstock is your benefit.
That's right. We just got to keep things moving. So
Exactly.
Russ has been super busy. His queue is so big right now. We have a lot of weddings coming up, and we've just got people still just inheriting things and wanting to repurpose, recycle. We had a lady
We have
today
done
that
more
picked up.
repurposing than I've ever seen
Yeah.
in the last couple of months.
It's definitely more.
We had a lady pick up one of Russ's famous Capellini rings today. The stone, she just was looking at it. She says, my dad bought these emeralds, and some of the other stones were her grandmother's, and it was just so sweet looking at her face.
I was
thinking
standing
about
behind
that,
and
like-
watching. Oh, she kept looking at it. She kept looking at it, going like this.
It was
stuff,
very
and
sweet.
just smiling. So, that's what I enjoy, being able to
Yeah.
make people happy, doing that. It was fantastic. That's what we do. That's fantastic. But yeah, we're trying to help people repurpose their items, which is what we do. We're famous for that. And we also try to come up with things that you won't see anywhere else. And I just finished some
Oh,
earrings
he's got to show these
that
off.
I want to show.
Oh, these are yummy.
Yes, we're all kind of like.
Put this in the light box.
Is that right? Yeah.
You want me to
if
put
you
one
can,
on?
put one on. These are very unique, very rare stones. The top small stone is a Malaya garnet, which is from Africa, and the bottom stones are morganites, which were named after J.P. Morgan. He was hanging around with one of the Tiffany curators trying to find gemstones. They found this rare gemstone and named it after him. It's called
I
morganite.
want a gemstone named after me. I want something named after me.
Can I give you what the name would be?
Not on camera, please.
Okay.
You tell me
Anyway, we set these stones in rose gold. It's kind of a fleur-de-lis design. I don't know if you can see it from the side here. Anyway, they're unique. They're one of a kind. Cannot be reproduced. But it's kind of we like to do a lot of tone-on-tone pieces. And these are just really kind of a neutral tone-on-tone, very warm colors.
They're
Bold.
exquisite. We bought these morganites a year ago. Gabrielle and I saw them at a trade show, and we were like, must have. And so he eventually paired them up with these Malaya garnets, and love them.
We do that a lot. We'll buy something that just speaks to us, then we'll sit on it for a while. We'll find something else that goes with it. That's what happened here. Fantastic.
Yes.
They're
So
beautiful.
we're so excited that you got to finish. So he's finishing up some other new things. We still have the famous pendant we've been working on for weeks.
Yeah.
That
I'm
you
gonna
guys
try.
helped us. He has really he's had a lot of hard deadlines.
I
So
have a picture of it here. It's going to be this one. If
Okay.
you remember the sketch of it from the previous shows. So
Okay.
it's
Show
in
it.
progress.
we've got
I've got about 50% done, but I want it perfect.
we'll get it. We'll get that to show you. So
I got to make other people happy first.
the Janet wants to know how much earrings the brand new morganite and Malaya garnet earrings. These we're offering these at $64.99. That's not $64.99.
6,000.
$6,499.
These are like, how much the carat weight on it?
You're big boys.
These are
Big boys.
serious stones. Very rare.
16 carats of morganite and over 3 carats of the garnets on the top.
So you got close to 20 carats of gemstones and a custom handmade mounting.
And they are on the website. They're live on our website if you want to take a closer look and just get the details and everything. So
And if you want to buy these, we'll use that as part of the Cuba donation.
Cuban, oh, that's sweet.
So if you want to buy these tonight, we'll let this be part of that donation.
Fantastic. Alrighty. Well, we thank everybody for joining us on this Wednesday night. Stay tuned to see what night we do this next week. But we will talk a little bit about Cuba. I just wanted to kind of next week just talk a little bit about what we did recreationally, and we went to the beach one day, so we'll show you some pictures. But it was just a lovely trip. It was just such a surprise. And again, we wanted to report about it because we had a lot of clients who donated items, and we really appreciate that. If you're interested in donating to our Cuba missions trip, we can get you on the email list. We have some suggestions, and we have about 6 months to start gathering things to take.
Yeah, if you got any kind of clothing or shoes that you're not wearing that you're going to donate somewhere else, we'll be happy to take it to Cuba.
Especially things like Crocs and flip flops and those kind of rubber shoe things. So anyway, good cocktail, Gabrielle. If you missed the first, go back and watch Gabrielle. She did the Hemingway, which we went to the Floridita bar in Havana.
We'll show
So that's
pictures
right.
next week of the bar.
Yes, we will. But we thank you for joining us tonight, and please get in touch with us if there's anything we can do for you. Remember, we're your concierge jewelers, and we are in Raleigh, but we work all over the United States. So please reach out, share with your friends what we're doing here in Raleigh.
And don't miss out on this beautiful jewelry at half price tonight. If you miss some of them, go back and look at it. That's
Yeah,
Mimi
we'll
said.
put our link up for the catalog so you can revisit it if you need to see it a little closer. So, how do you say goodbye in Spanish? Adios. Adios, amigos.
Oh, hasta la vista, baby.
Is that really Spanish?
Kinda.
Is Arnold Schwarzenegger Spanish?